Everybody around here is griping because the price of honey's gone through the roof. I mean, when I bought my 5-gallon pail of orange
but
blossom, it was like $2.50 a pound.
It was 54 for a bucket that size when I first started going to this place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I shipped a what was it? About a 2.5-gallon pail of meadow foam across the country from Washington, and it cost me $110. That was like 8 or 9 years ago. So this is what I'm hoarding it, because I know when it's gone, I won't be able to afford it anymore.
It cost $110 with shipping, or just the honey?
That was including the shipping at the time.
Wow.
That's how much the price has changed, yeah. And I got lucky, and I caught somebody who had enough of it that they could offer a decent price, but still,
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, honey is not... People are starting to wake up and realize that the bees are in trouble, and that there's all kinds of lovely varieties, and they're also getting onto the idea that there's good stuff in honey that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like, one of my friends who's actually done medical training was asking me where he could get some unpasteurized honey.
Mm-hmm.
And, as far as I know, the stuff I have is cold filtered, and they don't, I think they spin it, but I don't think they heat it. So, of course, it crystallizes all the hell, but...
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't matter, as long as they don't heat it.
A gallon of, let's see here, meadow foam honey. Oh, gosh, I was going to say Bee Folks usually has it, but they don't have any right now.
Nope. Well, to give you an idea, the Astor and Goldenrod honey that I liked so much, that was, I think, half a pound for $6, and I think that kilograms it's $11 a kilogram. So that's 2.2 pounds for $11.
Yeah.
Say $5.50 a pound. That's not horrible. Some of the stuff I've bought. Ugh.
No.
Yeah, well, but I'm working on half an income.
That's true.
No. Let's see.
I didn't say I like spending that
much. Just that. That's what it was. Yeah.
I miss $3 a pound. I really do. I was sitting here earlier thinking about it. It's like, man, I've been doing this for 9 years now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, and in that time, the price of honey has gone through the roof. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it really has.
Absolutely, it's gone way up. And I hate to blame the popularity of mead, but yeah, it's there's a lot of new meaderies out there, and it's a finite source of honey.
Okay.
Well, didn't they calculate? Didn't they calculate how much honey the U.S. is making versus how much the meaderies need and come up with a deficit?
Yeah, Mike Fall actually did a conversation on that, and I actually have that conversation. I saved it and gave it to him, and I got to get him back on to talk about that because, he came up with a deficit and, like where the rubber would meet the road in terms of, when we hit the wall, and we're getting there real fast. So,
well, it's a good thing Munro's is around because they ship a lot of their honey south, I think.
I think they do, yeah. Here you go. This is a reality check. 1 gallon, 12 pounds. Honey Harvest Farms in, where are they? Honey Harvest Farms in blah, blah, blah. Glendon, Maryland. Okay. It's Nelson Apiaries is selling a gallon of meadow foam for, let's add it to the cart and see. $84.
Oh, good lord!
Yeah, right. Can you like have a cow now? Holy crap! So yeah, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Smokes.
Yeah, that's really, yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of my dream honey that I expect I will never get my hands on.
Well, for $84 for a gallon of it, yeah.
Unless I win the lottery.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking here at wild foam honey. A pound is $14.
Well, they always sell it for more for the smaller quantities because you can't.
That's true.
To get a honey bear, if you look at the per pound price on a honey bear, it's like
that's true.
Yeah, so, because if you go to Amazon and you look up 16 ounces of meadow foam on Amazon, it's $15. So $15 a pound, basically.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a it's a little bitty jar. But it looks like, just going through, I'm on page 2 of Google here, and there's nobody selling it. There's nobody selling meadow foam.
Yeah,
It may have been a bad year, or
It might
maybe
very well have
we're,
been, yeah.
or
Well,
it's also possibly the season hasn't happened yet for it.
Apparently,
So the
it's
honey
every
hasn't been
5
harvested.
years.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is it?
not an every year honey. Yeah, it's like every so often. So there'll be like a big bust of it everywhere, and then it'll slowly go down. And then, okay, so there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on National Honey on the honey board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places showing meadow foam as a honey that they sell, and most of them are on the West Coast.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Well,
very
looks
few
actually-
of them, there are very few of them that sell the honey in anything bigger than a pound jar.
Right. Yeah.
Most of them are selling it for personal consumption, as opposed to, large quantities like we like.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, that it behooves them to sell in small quantities because they can get more per, rather than giving a bulk discount, because they don't really get much out of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're
Aside from saving themselves the containers.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to make a whole lot more money if you sell small amounts. That's just the way it is. And a
Exactly.
lot of places are starting as people become more aware of the fact that the honey that you find on the shelf in the store isn't all there is to it.
Yeah, there's always that factor too.
Yeah.
The hipsters are making it more expensive for us all.
Yeah, they sure are.
God damn hipsters, yeah.
Not just the mead makers, it's the I want to know what I'm eating people.
Yeah.
Right. Artisanal this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Every time I hear that, it's like I want to smack somebody. Artisanal, really?
Oh, I like the artisanal water.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What's artisanal about water? I don't
Yeah.
get that.
Maybe if you got it from an artesian well.
Well, those darn
Right.
artesians, boy, I tell you, they're everywhere. I mean, shoot. There was a series of commercials down here, years and years and years ago, and there was some company that bottled water, and they talked about our artesian wells where we get the waters, and they had this whole running thing about these artesians whose wells these were, and you never quite saw them. They were like Bigfoot, you never really quite saw them. And then one time they had there was like a sweater, and it had 3 arms, and it was lying next to the well, and and it was like all these little clues about the artesians, but you'd see like their little tentacles going off the screen or whatever it was that they had. It was hilarious. They had a whole series of commercials around the artesians in their wells. So yeah.
We had
my
we had
God.
the same thing out in Washington State with Olympia beer made with artesian spring water.
Maybe
Those
that was
darn
it.
those darn artesians.
I think that's what it was. Maybe was Olympia beer. So yeah, they stopped showing them on this side of the country, but those things cracked me up. I loved them.
That's funny. We'll have to get some artesian honey.
Artisanal honey, those darn artesians.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta admit, I like the varietals a lot better than what I started out with.
Which was?
Honey packets.
Oh, really?
Remember,
wow.
I started out in the desert, so I was like hoarding honey packets and opening each one and squeezing all the honey.
Oh my God.
You want to talk about Neolithic mead making? Oh my God!
That's pretty paleo.
Jeez.
That wasn't real honey.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I did not know that. Was that when you were in the sandbox?
Yeah.
Oh my
I-
God.
Scavenged that was my
Honey
first
flavored
batch.
corn syrup.
So let me get this right. So you were making MRE mead? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I was. Nobody knew about it. It was locked in my
OMG.
locker, and I opened it up. In water bottles.
So he's got like a cup of it because he's got like 42 packets of honey, and that doesn't make
Oh
very much.
God, it
mead.
was so many more than 42.
What'd you do? Like steal the honey out of a whole
Time I left
platoon's
the
MREs?
Oh my God, it took so long to get 3 pounds.
Oh, so
Every
funny.
time you put some on your toast, you think this could be going in the mead.
Oh,
So I grabbed an extra handful or 2 every day when I walked out and shoved them in my pocket.
I did not know that. That is so funny.
Stealth mead making.
Stealth mead making in a Foot Locker in the sandbox. Yeah. You could have been killed for that.
I could have got sent home for it, but that's I couldn't get killed for it.
Well, yeah. Well, I know if the other guy got a hold of you, you could have been killed for it. Not
Well,
our
yeah,
guys,
for
yeah, but the other
literally
guys,
for
they-
it.
Yeah. Them other guys, they're not too keen. Of course, wait a minute. They can't have the fruit of the grape. No grapes involved, so it makes it okay, right?
Oh, not that.
Actually, no, that's a
That was more about my
technical.
own chain of command. I broke it out before I left, and a few of us had a nice little going away for me. They couldn't believe I had it, and I was like, well, I didn't tell you because you tell one person, it's not a secret no more.
And then everybody knows.
And so what are you
And then
doing
you have
now?
to give
I'm
some
leaving
to
tomorrow.
everybody.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just found
Oh,
a
yeah,
Canadian
that
homebrew
was-
supply place. Mead and sake supplies. Canadian homebrew supplies.
Yeah.
Huh.
Homebrewsupplies.ca.
Bookmarking it.
Yeah, there you go. Apparently they specialize in mead supplies, so
Ooh.
yeah.
I'll write that one.
And they're
What was that again?
Homebrewsupplies.ca. They're in Canada.
Oh, and
I'm pretty sure my mom got me some stuff from there when I put a bunch of brewing equipment on my Christmas list one year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know where they're at. It doesn't say. But oh wait, there's an about us. Maybe it tells there. No,
Contact
it
info retail hours.
Yeah, no, doesn't say. It's not a retail. Looks like it's mail order. Oh wait, contact
they're in
info
Brampton.
retailers. Are they? Oh, is that far?
You know where Hamilton is?
No.
Toronto. It's Toronto
Where
area.
Toronto is. Oh, okay.
It's like within an hour or two of Toronto.
Makes sense. Be by the big city.
Well, yeah, and also that's close to Niagara, which is where all the wineries are.
All right, good. That makes good sense. All right, so we are 10 minutes over because we've been
Okay,
rambling.
then.
Because we do
Well, it's
that.
not too bad. Usually we're way worse than that.
Well, and actually, we're gonna have to cut out probably close to 10 minutes of all the. I don't know if it was. I'm gonna have to go listen towards the end there and figure out what dropped. I don't know if I'll get to it tomorrow or not. I hope so. So let's do. Did we? Okay. I don't know who we're having next week because I've got a couple of people that I'm waiting to hear back from. So I will let everybody know as soon as we know.
And I'm not entirely sure what we're doing next week because it's going to depend on who we have. So we'll let you know.
Yeah. So we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants just at the moment, anyway. Sorry, guys, but it's been a bit weird. My mom was in the hospital, so it's been a couple of days of I have no idea what's going on, and I'm just doing what I can do when I can do it. So, let's do upcoming events. So, what's going on with the bomb challenge? How many people have you guys got taking up the bomb?
I got mine pitched today.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people online. I'm not sure how many people are linking to that or what, but I've got a handful of people anyway.
I've got a handful of hibiscus. I'm probably gonna get started on it in a week or so.
Okay.
Hibiscus. I'm gonna make a hibiscus bomb.
That's I'll be interested to see how that goes and how much you use because I've got a bag of hibiscus just waiting to be fermented.
Oh, nice.
We've got a really nice Asian superstore that has all kinds of really interesting things.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I've got half a dozen jars of Amish strawberry rhubarb pie filling. The only thing in it besides the strawberries and the rhubarb is sugar. And so I'll have to, and Bray and I have already worked up a recipe. Well, he worked up a recipe. I'm just going to make it. And taking into account the sugar in it. And we're going to do that and see how that works out. I've been itching to do something with it.
You going to pectinase the hell out of it?
Oh yeah. That's why I got to get down to the brew shop and pick up my yeast, but also some new pectinase because mine hasn't been used in a while and it's probably no good anymore. So.
Well, you can always try it with a little sample.
True.
A spoon of applesauce and like a little bit of the pectinase will tell you.
Oh, okay.
Real fast because it'll turn applesauce into soup if it's still functional.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I didn't know.
What about flowers? Do I have to worry about flowers pectinase? No, right?
No, it's
There's no sugar. There's nothing there. It's just
there shouldn't be pectin in it. It's just fruit.
It's just certain fruits. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not a fruit yet, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pectin's predominantly in citrus peels, but also in apples and some other fruit. I think the only fruit I know of that you don't really need to worry about pectinase is blueberries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was from a 1968 book, so I'm not positive if that information's even correct.
I don't use a lot of pectinase, but I always use it when I'm doing things with apples. And the strawberry rhubarb, I'll probably need it just because of the nature of the because I'm taking it. It's basically pie filling. So there's, I'm going to assume